Hey folks, and welcome to my thoughts on a manga. And today's manga is My Hero Academia Volume 1, Izuka Midoriya. I probably botched that. Origin. Yeah, Izuka Midoriya Origin. Alright, there will be spoilers. And there's some fighting inside, in case anyone's squeamish. You've been warned. Alright, let's botch some Japanese names, shall we? Oh boy. Alright. So the story and art are by Kohei Horikoshi. Horikoshi. I'm sorry. Translator and English adaptation is Cable Cook. Well, at least I managed that one. Touch-up art and lettering is John Hunt. Designer is Shawn Carrico. I'm not sure. Editor is Mike Montesa. I'll leave all of that down below as usual. I should have went to Google and checked how you pronounce that. Not that I would have succeeded any better. Oh well, I apologize, Mr. Creator. Alright, so this was not at all what I expected. I've actually seen My Hero Academia around for the past few years, I think. Although, as usual, I am always late to the party, so I didn't really start reading it or anything. Well, to be fair, at the time, I didn't even read comics. And the thing is, I saw the anime clips online. Randomly, it would pop up. And I think I saw things from later, seasons. And I thought, because I saw all of, all these kids, they're fighting. I thought there was this manga I've heard about, not manga. I'm not sure if that's a manga, maybe. An anime where you go to prison and you need to survive there, you need to fight with your own blood. Your blood comes out of you, literally, and you use it as weapons. And some sick shit. And before I read this, or knew what it was about, I thought it was kind of like that. Where all these kids are fighting, because they had these costumes and everything. I don't know, I just thought it was something like that. Like some sick shit. But, no. That's definitely not. It was definitely not that. Alright, now to what this is about. Alright, so in this universe, let's call it a universe. So in this universe, something happened. What was it again? But something happened and people started being born with quirks. As they're called here, all sorts of superpowers. And it went to a point where a large majority now of the population has quirks. I think it was 80% of people are born with quirks. And superheroes and villains are kind of like a common thing that you see now. You randomly go in the street to pick up milk or something, and suddenly there's police are keeping people away while a hero is fighting a villain. It's actually quite hectic and cool. So that's how it works. And now there's academies where you can become a professional hero, and get paid from by the government to protect people. So now, becoming a superhero is a common dream there, a common career that you want, not a dream. The dream career for many, many people. And, the quirks vary. There's ones that are a lot stronger, ones that are a lot weaker. Basically, not every quirk is probably appropriate to go fight, villains and stuff. Not if you're not also trained in something else, I would say. So in our story, we focus on this young man, Izuka. I also need to learn how to pronounce that. So Izuka wants to be a hero. But he has quite the downer in that one. He was born quirkless. He was born without a quirk, and not at the tender age of 4 crushed all his dreams of becoming one. Because here your quirk manifests at the age of 4. Like, if it doesn't happen at the age of 4, I take it won't happen. You'll be quirkless. Which does make me wonder, I don't know if we've probably seen quirkless people. I wonder if all of them are upset by it, not being born with a quirk. So he really wants to be a hero, but when he learns, his mom takes him to a doctor. Both of his parents have quirks. So the doctor checks and says, I'm sorry, Izuka is never going to be one. But still, 10 years later, Izuka still has dreams to become a hero. He signs up for UA, which is the top hero academy. And he wants to get in there. Makes you wonder how, no powers. Oh, and no powers, and his classmates make fun of him, and his childhood past friends / future bully Bakugo, which I don't know how they were friends. Bakugo has the face of asshole. Oh, and I'm not showing pictures. I'm sorry. So anyway, he wants to become a hero. You see. This is a current occurrence, hero's debut. There's one lady over there with a very large ass. Well, she's completely large, but you get what I mean. So you see there, he's the guy is also a fanboy of superheroes. And okay, so this is his wait. There's Bakugo right here. Oops. Of course something's gonna fall. Alright. So that's Bakugo. This one here. Over there. Right, so he, makes fun of Izuka, of everyone. He's like, I'm gonna go into UA. I'm gonna be the only one from this shitty school. And then, because that day they have career day. So anyway, he's a complete asshole towards Izuka, which makes me wonder about how did their friendship even start. And also, where's Izuka's dad? Because we see his mom 10 years later, but no dad, which makes me think that either the dad died, because we understand there was a dad, or he left because Izuka was quirkless, which sounds really cold and asshole. But, I don't know, I do wonder which one of these. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Alright, so, Izuka was inspired to become a hero because of this man. His name is, well, not sure of his name, but his superhero name is All Might. He's been seeing videos of his ever since he was a little boy. He has, toys and raincoats and everything, and he adores him. He wants to become like him. And so, and he actually meets him. He's attacked by this blob kind of villain. You see, he basically eats your insides, I think, and uses your body. Charming. But he is saved by All Might, and then he clings to him. Literally clings to his leg as he flies away. Because he wants to ask him, you think I can be a superhero? I mean a hero. think I can be a hero. But then the blob creature actually attacks Bakugo. And in the meantime, Izuka discovers, as All Might tells him, that he actually lost his powers. And not lost his powers. He was attacked severely by a villain years ago. And so now his body got destroyed after all the surgeries he had to go through. That's All Might over there in his really skinny version, if you will. Right over there. So he discovers that, and All Might tells him, you can't, I'm sorry, kid, but without powers you can't be a hero. Basically completely destroying Izuka's dream entirely. Because, if your own hero tells you, sorry, kid, you're not gonna be it. So, Izuka walks back, and then he sees this very horrifying scene. He sees the thing that attacked him has now got Bakugo. Look at this panel. That was amazing. Look at his poor eyes. Looks terrifying. It's so sad at the same time. Like, holy shit. So, Izuka realizes it because before he jumped on All Might, he made him drop the bottle that contained this creature. So he's standing in the crowd and saying, hold on, Bakugo, someone with the right quirk will come. Which is very interesting, because it seems like some of them, there were heroes there, professionals, but they hold on, kid, we're waiting for someone with the right quirk because they couldn't hit this thing. And you're heroes, try to find a way. What, you're just gonna let him struggle? Like, even the giant lady was like, I can't fit through here. Well, then you're useless. Go home. And even All Might's in the crowd as well. And he's like, oh shit, what do you do? And Izuka, he doesn't have powers. He doesn't have any skills. He sees Bakugo like this and he just runs. Look at him. He can't do anything, but he runs to save him. That was amazing. Like, you see it, like, All Might's looking, he's like, holy shit. Now, this whole incident inspires All Might. He tells Izuka later that, you reminded me that muscles... sorry. Yeah, you reminded me that it's not just, about the muscles. The muscles aren't worth anything if there isn't, a real spirit inside of a hero. All Might saves both of the boys. Before that, Bakugo looks very pissed that Izuka saved him. Well, they didn't save him, tried to save him. So they have this talk, and All Might tells Izuka, I want to make you my heir. So we learn that All Might has inherited his quirk, and it's called One for All. So that's the power of many, many people together. Sorry, I can't get it stead. Of many, many people together, and with that power, he can become very strong. He can be the next vessel after All Might. And you can see in this scene, he tells him, you can be a hero. Imagine how that feels for Izuka. His own hero now tells him that he can be a hero. That was a touching moment. So, and we go back to flashbacks of, when after he came back home with his mom from the doctor at age of 4, and, his mom tells him, Izuka, I'm so sorry. And then he tells us in his thoughts, Mom, what I wish you had said was that you can be a hero. So, they agree on it, and thus begin 10 grueling months for Izuka, as All Might trains him to get into UA. Now, in order to have this power, Izuka needs to have his body ready. As you can see, he's kind of noodly and all that. His body will just explode. These powers will harm him severely if he doesn't have the proper strength in his body for it. So, while training, they also clean a beach. That's like the thing. He needs to carry all the trash away from there. And so he trains, he studies, he eats how he's told, he tries to still stay in school properly, and after 10 months he makes it just in time. And All Might passes him his powers. The quirk one for all. Oh no, wait, that's All Might's quirk. He can pass on his power. And he does it by giving him a strand of his hair to eat. I'm very happy they didn't show us how he eats it. Ugh. Well, anyway, he makes it there, and now he needs to pass the tests. They all need to fight people, and not people, robots, in order to get points to stay in the school. In order to get in. Now, Izuka doesn't make any points because he's not yet used to his powers. He literally just got them, and he has no time to adjust and learn how to use them. Everyone has an advantage over him because they've been using their powers since they were 4. They had time to adjust and learn how to control them. Alright, see, that's how the powers work. And then, this young lady that he meets, whose name I have no idea how to fucking pronounce. So she trips. She helps him before he almost trips, but she stops him. She has the power to make what she wants to have 0 gravity. So she's about to be smashed by this robot, which I don't know how they do. Like, wouldn't they get sued? But he jumps up and he and he punches this robot. I need to find a new way to film these mangas. They're too small. At least this one. Alright, let me just find the page. Alright, there it is. Yeah, I definitely need to find a new method. Alright, look at that. He just smashes it in one punch. That is awesome. Now that's the downside, because Izuka, I'll put it down for a bit, can't control his powers yet properly. He breaks, the powers, I think, basically break both of his legs and his arm. It was his right arm. So, everything's okay. The recovery girl, which is an old nice lady there, was the reason they could probably get away with some of this shit, because she heals you completely. She heals him, and afterwards it turns out that he still got in, because there's also points for saving someone. And all the, I guess the school faculty judges, they all give him a lot of points for it. And so he gets in. We also learn that All Might is now going to be a teacher. Then later we meet another teacher who kind of reminds me of Shaggy. Not because he eats, though. Just the hair. You see, that's where he pops his arm. Poor boy. There were many times in here I wanted to give him a hug. Alright, this is the man in question. Now, he is the hero, the Eraser. His ability is to, if he looks at you, he can take away your quirk temporarily. Only while he's looking at you. So, in the trials, he takes away Izuka's quirk. He tells him, what is it helping if your body gets completely wrecked? after just once using your power, your quirk. Because Izuka needs to learn how to regulate his powers, and he still hasn't learned that. So, he still passes. He gets one of the tests a high score by focusing all of his power into the fingertip. Bakugo wants to run and punch him because he's very pissed off that Izuka got in with him. I am dying to know about their relationship, seriously. How did this start? How did it escalate to this? And why is Bakugo such an asshole? Although I have a feeling he was born one. Look at that teacher. So anyway, for now, Izuka is safe. He hasn't been expelled or anything. And now they move on to the next trials, which will happen in the second volume. About to debut their costumes and stuff. What kind of costume is Izuka wearing, though? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I need to find a different place to film this in. Alright. So this was really awesome. I mean, with a lot of the hero moments and stuff. But it did take me quite a long time to read this because I struggled with the over-exaggerated expressions and stuff. It's the reason why I stopped watching anime. It's just, for some reason, as I grew older, all of it made me cringe. And I just couldn't... I didn't realize it, but in Alita, they didn't have that many of those real faces. There was like a couple, and even then they weren't overly exaggerated. So when I started this, I struggled. But I think once I get used to it, it'll be fun. I really did enjoy it. It was awesome. The really cool moments. I love Izuka. I can't wait to see his hero journey. Because, oh, and then there's a really sentence I really loved in the beginning. That sentence, what he says, people are not born equally. That's the hard truth I learned at age 4. But that was my first and last setback. That's that. Oh, look. This is an awesome scene in the beginning. So yeah, I like this guy. I can't wait to see how he becomes a superhero. And I'm going to try to draw him as well now. Alright folks, so that is it. Let me know if you've read My Hero Academia. What do you think of it if you watched the manga? And that is it. Till next time. Bye.